Hi, my name is Belinda Mao and I'm in class 101. I'm going to talk about loops in Python. So, table of contents. I'm going to first talk about while loops, then for loops, then commands and statements in the loops, and finally nested for loops. First, while loops. While loops execute a loop as long as the condition is true. So fun fact, if the condition is always true, the loop will run forever. So here I asked for user input and then a variable. So if the variable is less than or equal to the user input, then I print count number and then the variable. And then the variable is going to add one every iteration. So here it starts from 0 and goes to 10, since the user input is 10. Okay, second example. I ask for user input again and then a variable, but this time it's while the user input is not equal to 0, then I made another variable that's going to add the results of the user input module by 10, and then s plus that number, and then the user input equals to itself long divided by 10. And then I finally print the number. As you can guess, this loop prints out the sum of the integers in the number. For example, 1, 2, 3. It prints out 6 as the sum. Okay, now for loops. For loop iterates over a sequence and execute the code inside the loop. So for example, here I ask for user input, and in the for loop I start with 1 and end with the user input. Since for loops, if ends a number before the user input, so if you do the user input plus 1, it's going to end at the user input. And then it has an interval of 2 each time. So you can guess this is an odd number. It prints all the odd numbers in the user inputs, in between the user inputs. Example number 2 is a New Year countdown, which starts at 10 and ends at 1, which is a number before 0, and it has an interval of -1. So here is from 10, 9, 8, 7, all the way to 1, and then the else statement prints after the for loop, and it prints Happy New Year. Now commands and loops. So first break statements. Here, like break statements exit out of the loop. For example, Starbucks order. There are 4 drinks in the Starbucks order, and if the order is espresso, then it's going to be breaked out of the loop. So it's only going to print pink drink and iced latte, and no espresso or strawberry frappuccino. Continue statements stops the current iteration and goes to the next one. So like here, if it is 5, then it continues. So then it won't have 5. The pass statement is like if you want to have an empty for loop. So like here, there's an empty for loop, and it runs the ones that's after the for loop. Finally, nested for loops. Nested for loops are for loops one and another. Like here, I put a for loop I and a for loop j, and then I put another if statement, and then I printed I, j, and the user input minus I and j. Thank you for listening all about for loops in Python. Bye!